Hey, this is Dr. Danyo from North Atlanta Hair Restoration. We have a special guest today, Mike Bell from 92.9.
Hey, Dr. Danyo. I'm up here from my man loft down here in Peachtree City. How you doing?
And you were just riding in your convertible.
Yeah, I came home. My wife says you better run a comb through that because I had the 100-mile-an-hour hair. Definitely, Dr. Danyo's shaveless FUE is wind tunnel tested by me.
Well, we're going to go through some before pictures. I want to see your reaction, but
Okay.
we've done two cases now. When you first came, this was what, back in COVID, June of 2020.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. It was the first procedure was back then, and I joke around on the commercials. I had like a 5 head, and you brought it back down to a 4 head, and we put some work on the back on the crown. We went back and did some more. We'll talk about, but yeah, it's really been great, and it's funny. I shaved my head for a couple of years, and I look back at the photos on social media, and I'm like, what was I thinking? So just feeling so much happier. I look like Uncle Fester, from like the Addams Family. But yeah, this is where I need to be.
So why don't you kind of talk about the procedure? I mean, I think both days we had just an awesome day. I mean, it was fun. We were watching movies, listening to songs. My staff still talks about you. So
I'm like a shark. I got to keep swimming. So probably during the whole procedure, I didn't shut up once. But no, it was great. The office is amazing. The staff is fantastic. The process in 2020 was easy enough. And then when we went back and did it, it was about a year ago last fall. So that would have been 2023. Yeah, the brand new facility in Alpharetta. It's amazing, state of the art. And I thought, is it called pain inhibitors? But whatever you did this last time, I mean, I've had almost no discomfort I mean, nothing through the process. It was so easy. I went to work the next day.
yeah, that's awesome. You've had obviously a lot of moments in your radio show. How many times a day does that go on now?
Yeah, it all depends on how much your marketing guy spends. But no, we have at least one or two a day. And then I'll do the live reads and where we talk about the process. And, guys always ask me, how long does it take? And it's funny, people think, it's like synthetic hair? I'm like, as I say in the commercials, no, it's not yak hair. It's your hair. People ask me, it's funny when we do like live broadcasts, guy will come over like with a baseball hat and he like looks around like, hey, tell me all about it. As if somehow there's some secret. I said, no, I had plenty of hair in the back. And then simply everyone gets put in, and the technology has evolved. I think maybe 20, 30 years ago, there was a stigma about people are going to know. And I always tell people with the shaveless FUE process, as I say on the air, no one's going to know. Only reason you know is I tell you about it on the commercials.
You had a little bit of swelling, I think, the first
Right.
case, which can happen. As
Right.
far as like the visibility of the graphs up top, it really wasn't much.
No, and I always say for guys, if you're planning on not telling anybody, I think, once it, because the hair grows in, it's your hair. And it really looks great. The process, from start to finish, you see it kind of comes in waves, and then by the time you're within like about 8 to 10 months, it's really it looks fantastic. I tell most guys go maybe 1 or 2 or 3 weeks past what you would normally have is for your haircut, and you grow a little bit of length, and whether you're getting work in the front or on the crown, people won't really know unless you want to talk about it.
Let's delve into the before pictures here.
Yeah, I was starting to look like Paulie Walnuts on The Sopranos. You can see how it were. My forehead really truly was going to be a 5 and a 6 head up there.
Oh yeah, and then this is kind of looking straight down.
I shaved my head for a couple of years, and then about 4 or 5 months before the process, started growing my hair back again, and then you did the rest.
That's when you came in for the second procedure. Yeah, the second procedure we did the crown, but we did a little fill in as well, and that's what
Right,
you
right,
see kind of on the video right now. That was kind of your top before we did a little
right,
bit of
right.
fill in, and then the crown. That's what you look like now.
Yeah, and now as I said, just this summer, I just kind of grew it out a little bit more, and so I've got a little more length, and you can see. I'm trying to give you both angles here, but yeah, and it's funny. My wife's like, "Oh, we're growing our hair out." I said, "Yeah." So I've kind of got little, I'm getting curls and waves. Kind of, I haven't had my hair look like that since I was back in high school.
What is your advice for people that are thinking about doing a hair transplant?
I think two parts about it. I think most guys they're afraid that it's going to look like they have a tic-tac-toe board on the forehead because that's what comedians used to make fun of years ago. And oh, he's got plugs. It looks natural, as you see. I've got naturally wavy hair. It's my hair. And as I said, the process. You walk out of there, you've got more hair. What is normally 6 to 8 months, 10 months before it begins to.
Yeah, I mean, usually at 6 months, there's about
Right, right.
75%.
Then it's growing back, and you're styling it. I think I waited about maybe 3 weeks, and then I got my hair cut, and you're styling it normally, like you normally would. And then the second question, the one I get all the time, especially when I see guys in person at sporting events or at promos, it's like, does it hurt? And I go, I got to be honest. The last time we did it in 23, I go the pain level was so minimal compared to when we first did it. And how the technology evolved from 4 years prior.
Yeah, and we didn't knock you out either, which is great.
No,
It's so much better to have a great experience and not have to deal with kind of recovering from sedation and all that stuff. So,
right.
I mean, at this point, we've been super busy, and a lot of that is really
Hmm.
from what you've done with 92.9. I have friends, people all the time say, "Hey, are you the doc, on 92.9? What's Mike like?" I said, "He's really cool."
Other than he didn't shut up for both the visits, so basically he got an earful. You got 2 afternoons of free talk radio, basically in person. But no, it's great. And again, now, if you don't want to engage with you and the staff, you can watch a movie, you can listen to some whatever you want to do. But I was kind of intrigued on the whole process, and I wanted to see because I was going to talk about how everything was going, and you walked me through it. When they take the hair from the back, for me it was pain free. I didn't feel any sensation, and then you simply getting the hair place that you're placing in there. It was effortless. This is last trip. I rave about the new facility, state of the art. And it's just a matter of if you're replacing a lot of hair, you try to do it in one day, you want to do it in 2 sessions. I think in both cases, we just knocked it out in one day.
Yeah. Well, look, Mike, I really appreciate you coming on, and I can't thank you enough.
Well, thank you. I mean, like I said, I get more comments. It's kind of funny. I shaved my head at my 30-year reunion. I'm looking forward to going back to my 40th with a full lid.
And for everyone listening, if you're interested in contacting our office, you can go to www.nahairrestoration.com. You can call our main number, which is 678-845-7521. When you do the consult, you'll be meeting with me, whether it's in person or online.
Right.
For all the out-of-town people, we do a lot. People from all over the country and even out of the country. And the online consults work great. Mike, I thank you, and keep it up.
Well, thanks, Dr. Daniel. I thank you. My wife thanks you for the hair. And we'll see you soon, man. Can't wait.
Sounds great. Excellent. Thank you.